Okay, so you may not feel like exercising. You may think, I'm too weak to exercise. Well, guess what? I have that thought occasionally. But even if you feel like you're not strong enough, you gotta start somewhere. So if you're not strong enough to take your weights and the heavy water bottles, okay, so you can't go to the gym because those are too much. You don't want to embarrass yourself by lifting like nothing. So just start at home and just lift up. Do some shoulder rotations because it's going to feel like your body doesn't want to move. You know, sometimes just lifting your arm over your head, if you suffer from anxiety or depression, even just lifting your arms, that can be a challenge. So I say this is day one of me doing it, except day one keeps, like next week is going to be day one again. 3 days time it's going to be day one again. Because you stop and then you got to start again. But guess what? That's the key to grit and perseverance and persistence. Is that every time you're like, okay, today's day one. You don't wait for June, July, January 1st. Because if I wait for January 1st, I'm going to be waiting 6 months before I start again. January 1st came and went. You started it. You started again on February 1st. You started again on January 6th. You started again on, I don't know what day. You started again the beginning of the week. And you started lifting up. And you're like, you even tried some weights. You're like, okay, I'm going to try some heavy water bottles and fill them up. And you're going to lift them up and you can't do it. And you're like, and maybe you did 10 and you're like, yay, I'm so excited. I'm actually really surprised I could do this because when mentally a minute ago I thought, there is no way I have the strength to lift up these water bottles because I felt so weak in my mind that I thought, ain't no way it's going to happen. But when I was just making this video, and so if you think the only way you're going to do it is with somebody helping you, I would welcome it if you want me to help you, and we just get on the computer or the phone together, and we both do this together. Just send me a link via my Facebook page that you want somebody with you working on Zoom, and we'll do it together. Just go to Body Listening World on Facebook and see if you can find me. It may take me a little while to get to you because I may not notice that you're signed in, but it's the idea. Let me see if I can do it with my left arm. I said in my brain I couldn't. So let's see if that's true. All right, I can. It is a little bit of a struggle. But you know, it's a nice struggle. Definitely it's easier for my right arm because I'm stronger on my right side of my body. Oh, the doggy wants to be fed. Let's see if my son will help with that because I'm on a roll here. All right, so yeah, lift up your dog. Okay, this one's a little bit harder. We're going to do 10 of these. 3. Find something. If you're watching this video, you better not. You can be sitting down. You don't have to be standing up. This is just the arm lifts, right? So even if you're paralyzed and you can't move your legs, fine. If you're sitting in bed, you're laying in bed. You're laying in bed or on the couch, and you're like, I don't want to move. Guess what? You can still, even if it's not a heavy water bottle because you're too lazy to get off the couch to find the heavy water bottle, you can still just lift your arm over your head. I'm doing this because I can, and they say that if you want to build muscle, you do something, you go to your limits of what you can do, and you push yourself on your limits. So how many did I do on that arm? I don't remember. 3, 5, I wasn't counting. I was paying attention to making this video for you. So it is starting to become a struggle, and you keep going until you are starting to struggle too much. And you see how much my arm is just shaking around. So that is definitely a struggle for my arm on my left side. And you don't want to overdo it because then you're not going to get back to it for another week because your muscles hurt too much. So you just do enough until you feel like you're out of breath or until that was enough for your muscles shaking. You get maybe 1 past that. And then you go to the other side, which is easier for me. See, I can just go, woo. So I would want to probably find something heavier or just do more of this one. So I'm going to switch, I just felt something pop, to doing it backwards. You can feel the muscles, and it's loosening up. You know, movement, it really doesn't matter what you do, because movement makes your body more limber, more able to do something. I know, maybe I'll do that. Shit. All right, you know, and the most important thing is to make sure your muscles don't lock up or tense up. And so you really want to shake it out. Maybe take your hands and massage your back. Like, I feel all my muscles now. So you take your hand and relax it up. And this is, I mean, even if you're one of those, like, I don't think if you're one of those heavy duty guys, you're still watching this video, because it's probably like, you think this lady's a joke. Although, maybe I entertain you. But even for those people who are like doing the heavy, massive weights, something I see that they forget as a ex-massage therapist and as an ex-bodymind listener, something that always used to infuriate me, was that all of these people, they do their heavy lifting, but then they forget to loosen their muscles. And so as a massage therapist, I would hated working on the big bodybuilders who never did this, because their muscles would be so tense. And I know that it doesn't have to be that way, because I've met people who actually bother to loosen up after their heavy lifting. And I have felt muscles that are like jello, that are not tense from all the stress. One, because they get massages like all the time. So if you can afford it, you get a massage every freaking day. Find a different massage therapist every day, so you can spread the money around to different therapists. If you live in Houston, you come to my house, put you in the chair, and I'll massage your shoulders. But it's the idea of moving around. Make sure your skirts actually seal properly, because otherwise it might fall off. You don't want that happening. So I'm going to retie my skirt in front of the camera. All right, there. Now it won't fall off. Okay. Oh, and make sure, people forget, they're like, oh, shake out their arms, they shake out their arms. You know what? It's not just your arms. You got a whole body here. Cat, cow, or, no, is that, yeah, these are cat cows, right? Wiggle it all around, do hula hoops. Woo! It's a little bit harder to do this if you're laying on the couch. But you know what? Even on the freaking couch, you can wiggle yourself a little bit, wiggle your spinal cord. Do some neck rotations. Now, I have heard that it is bad to do, especially if you have neck injuries. You don't want to do the traditional thing that you normally think of for necks, where you're like, oh, let me stretch it all up. And I actually kind of agree with that, because back when I used to have neck problems, if I did one of these, it would tweak my neck instead of stretching it, and then I would have massive neck pain. Although I did learn an amazing neck exercise, which sometime I will post, and so subscribe, so if you want to see that really cool neck exercise, that's for anyone that will help them keep injuries away and make it so that, okay, maybe you can't touch your fingers to your ear to your, what do you call this thing? Shoulder. But it will, especially if you do it at least once a month, at least once a week, at least once a year. Well, no, you got to do it more than once a year. You got to move around more than once a year to make it work, especially as you get older. Heck, if I don't move around at least once a day, then that day, like, I can tell I'm already getting heart problems from all the staying still that I've done, because, you know, all the stress that I'm under for the last 2-3 years, I've moved a lot less. So part of why I have the channel and have these videos is to make it so that you are my friend that I call up and move around, because I'm not really in the mood to just do it for myself anymore. I used to be where if I couldn't dance, like, you better be dancing right now, by the way, but if I couldn't dance, that now we're gonna do a stretch. If I couldn't dance, I was gonna, like, not want to live. And now I'm like where the idea of moving around when I'm stuck in bed It's just so foreign. Now I'm doing a stretch where I'm doing it, my back is straight and my legs are straight. Because if I bend over, I found like the yoga things where the morning yoga routine, I actually used to injure myself doing that because I didn't do it properly. And there is a way of going down, and you need to go slow. A lot of people go down too fast and they tweak their back. Or they go it's too fast and you tweak your back. So it really is better to go slow than fast and be listening along the way. I'm just doing small micro movements, wiggling, tail wagging. Oh, if we all had tails like the dog, I think we would all have better backs. And I'm just going to squat and do like the cheerleader's arch pose. And the cat says now the cat wants food. It's either the dog or the cat. Actually, they've always, if they see me in this room, they want food. No, if they just see me in this room. So wave hi to my mom. My mom's over there. Son's working on the computer. My grandma's thinking I'm as silly as a ditz for making this video. I wonder if any of the vocals are coming out because the air conditioner. All right. So, if you haven't moved around like I haven't, maybe even this is just enough of an exercise. Although hopefully I'll go out in the garden and actually do some scything or something. Oh, right, I have to do laundry today. We do it by hand, so you get a massive workout when you do laundry by hand. Dude, if you do things by hand, if you manually do your lawn, if you manually do your clothes, you can actually get as much of a workout as you get in the gym. And if not, it just keeps you from being completely stagnant. If you do it like my son does it, if you ever go watch one of our videos of I doing laundry on one of our other channels, and this is kind of just more me shaking out. So one of my favorite massages when I was a massage therapist of receiving was the it's harder to give. It's actually more of a workout for the massage therapist to give. But it's a passive joint movement where you can ask your massage therapist if they know the passive joint, and they take your hand and they just shake it all about. And it just loosens, because you want your muscles are supposed to be like jello. They are not supposed to be tense. I can tell where I've held tension. You know, I think I've been on the phone too much because my forearm is all tight. If I do too many massages, that's actually a reason why I'm not allowed to be a professional massage therapist anymore, because I found out, I was told by 6 therapists I am not allowed to be a professional massage therapist. And it's true, I can't do work 8 hours a day. But if you happen to live in Houston, I can take 1 client a day. If you are that lucky client, I'm going to charge you an arm and a leg. I need to make enough from that 1 session to survive that day. But, okay, I feel wiggled out. I feel better. Hopefully you feel better. I love you. Wrap your arms around you. Feel loved. Feel squished. I treasure you. I treasure you as an audience member. I treasure you as a subscriber. I treasure you as a person just freaking existing. I love you. I hope you're moving. Even if you're just laying in the bed and you're just going, wiggle. I hope I entertained you. I hope you keep in contact through this YouTube channel and maybe our Facebook page, Body Listening World. I think I have a Twitter one too, Bodymind Worlds. I don't really ever get on there very often. But those are the ways to reach me. Alright, love you. Mwah. Go get off that couch. Love you. Mwah. And look, there's a smile on my face. Look how much, I don't know if you saw me when I first started this video, but look, I'm glowing now. Well, a lot more than I was before. Because, and look, I was older because of all the stress. Gosh, age, stressed makes you age. But look, I look a little bit younger now, I think. Maybe? I don't know. All right. Mwah. I love you. Mwah. Kiss there on that cheek. Kiss on that cheek. Kiss on your forehead. Kiss on your chin. Kiss on your nose. Mwah. I love you. Bye. real fast, one quick thing I want to add. Will you please let me know in the comments below what you chose to lift? Did you get a soup can? Did you get a water bottle? Did you get just your arms? What? Because I wanted you to participate, so hopefully you participated. So let me know in the comments below what you chose to lift above your head or to move around. Just curious what people use, what objects you picked up. So did you use a handbell? Did you use a wood stick? A bar? A clothing? Did you use... You lifted up your clothing. Woohoo! You know, whatever you do, I want to celebrate. So put in the comments below what you chose to pick up and lift up to get yourself moving, and for yourself. And for me, for fun. All right, I love you. Bye.